I'm Ashley Dvorkin for Fox 411, joined today by father-son comedic duo Eugene and Daniel Levy as they introduce audiences to a new TV family with a riches to rags story, Wednesday nights on Pop Network. Welcome to you both. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Ashley.
Okay, so tell me about this series and where the idea for it came from.
Well, the show is really about, it's true, riches to rags. It's about a family, very wealthy family, who lose everything they have. Bad business manager, years of unpaid taxes. The government takes everything except this small town that they once bought as a joke. And the reason they bought it as a joke was because the town was called Schitt's Creek. And now the only place they can afford to live is in this town. So it's really a show about this very wealthy family now learning to function as a family for the first time. And it was really my son Daniel's idea.
I was sort of very aware of how wealthy people lived. I think we watch it on reality TV shows, all of these families just spending money, and I was wondering what would happen if they lost it. What would happen to the family dynamic? And that was sort of the seedling of an idea that I brought to my dad, because I thought his comedic sensibility could really help the show and benefit it, and we just started talking, and the more we talked, the funnier it got, and now, 13 episodes later, we have a whole series of a television show. So it's it's a dream come true, really.
Great. And so Daniel, so it was your idea to work together. So what has that been like for you two? Sort of the pros and cons of working with family. I mean, do you have a similar sense of humor, but maybe you're the most honest critics with each other? What has it been like?
It's very easy because as the dad, everything goes my way. I get my way on just about everything. So that is ideal when you get right down to it.
Yeah, no, it was very smooth sailing. No, I think we both shared that same comedic sensibility, and we both had the same, hopes for the show in terms of its aesthetic and the way we wanted it to feel and look. So when you're on the same page, it makes it that much easier. And of course, we're trying to be professional for the sake of everyone around us. So
right, of course.
The key thing really, it was a character-driven kind of show that Daniel kind of approached me with in terms of this is how we want the show to be, kind of like the movies that you and Chris Guest did together is kind of the feel that I'm thinking of for the show, and that hooked me right away.
Yeah, and then along those lines, it's also a reunion with Katherine O'Hara. So do you two seek out working together now? And I mean, how does that also add to the feel? You said you wanted it to have like a Christopher Guest movie feel, so how does that add to it as well?
Well, the thing is, anytime it's because Katherine is who she is, and when you're looking for a comedic partner in any project, it's Katherine is at the top of the list. There's not a lot of people who can do what Katherine does, so it's always fun working with Katherine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I know that I'm sure it's always been so much fun. Which of the Guest films then did you have the most fun together working on? Any lent itself to the most outtakes?
Boy, you know what? They're all fun in so many different ways. Waiting for Guffman was fun because that was the first one, and just doing that kind of improvised movie was so insanely funny. I think we had most of our biggest laughs on the set came from Waiting for Guffman, and then we learned over the years that, the more you laugh during a scene, the more chance you have of ruining the scene because you'll never get those moments back. Best in Show was a riot, and A Mighty Wind had a kind of a soft spot for me because it had a very emotional underpinning to the to the movie. But it's a very comfortable situation working with Katherine, and she is insanely funny on this show, just does great work on this one.
Sure. And then I know you're both doing Reddit AMA later. So tell me what you're looking forward to with that, and anything that you're hoping people do want to talk about or people don't want to talk about.
I don't know. We've never really done one before, so I'm sort of going in blind, and we'll see what happens. I've been told that anything can happen, so it's and it'll be nice. I mean, we have the cast getting together. I haven't seen them in a really long time, and yeah, it'll be really fun.
Sure, yeah, to get to interact
And
with
people
the
have really responded to this. Yeah, people have really responded to the show so far. So we have some very enthusiastic fans that are very much looking forward to chatting with us.
Great. Well, thank you both so much, Eugene and Daniel. So nice talking with you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And of course, you have new laughs, new punchlines in store on the new show Wednesday nights on Pop. Thank you both. Thank you so much for watching. And for Fox 411, I'm Ashley Dvorkin.